just calling to say I
am so troubled by the soul of mine. I've said those words so many times. I need you in this life. I need you in this life.
So these are the exciting things that I got myself from the middle aisle in Lidl this week. I actually didn't need any pasta. I saw they had this in and I've always loved the club pasta. So I got myself a bag of that. And then I got myself this orange blossom reed diffuser for when my one in my bathroom runs out. I've not seen them like this before in this packaging.
Mr. Listen, I have struggled with brain and I can bear it no longer. These past months have been a torment. I came to Rosings with a single object to save you. I had to see.
Not that much.
Not as much as I wish, but he dearly loved me.
chocolate candy, Jesus Christ. There ain't nothing sweeter than with
Hey, so I hope everyone's had a good day or are about to have a good day. I know this week I've not really spoken a lot, and I don't think this video is going to be very long. I've not had the greatest week actually. I've had a couple of difficult days towards the end of the week, but feeling loads better now and back on track with everything. So yeah, hopefully next week's video will be a bit longer. Just a little run through. I came back on Monday from back home, and I always find that transition a bit difficult because I just love being at home so much, but you know, you get back into the stride of things. Tuesday had a really interesting experience at Castlefield Gallery, which is sort of where we're doing a project with, and we got to look through their archives today on Monday, and that was just super interesting, like that sort of experience of what it'd be like working in a real life gallery. So that was lovely. And then on Wednesday I had my lecture in the morning, and I'd seen an email the day before sent from our like department head about this like afternoon lunchtime guest lecture thing on Wednesday, but I hadn't really thought anything of it. And I was in the library when my lecture had finished just after 12, and just going through my emails, looking at some stuff, and I saw that email pop up again, and saying that the guest lecture was like from 11 to, saying that I had this email saying that the guest lecture was 1 till 2, and I was like, well, I'm not doing anything. I couldn't really concentrate in the library. I'm a bit special when I get into the library, that I have like a specific seat by the window that I like to sit in every time, and if I can't like sit in that, then I'm a bit, you know, I get a bit like, this isn't quite the concentration for me. So I was not planning on staying, and then I saw that and I was like, my god, should I go to that? Like, I had no one to go with, and I normally want to go to those sort of things like with someone, so I'm not just turning up on my own. But I thought, no, I'd push myself out of my comfort zone, and I knew the building, which made it a bit easier, that this lecture was taking place in. I had not been on the floor before, but it gave me a bit more courage. I was like, well, I do sort of know I'm going. So I went, and I could see a couple of other people who looked sort of arty, so they were all sat outside. So I thought, well, I'll wait here for the next 10 minutes until, you know, see anyone else I might recognise, the lecturer or anything. And then everyone started turning up a bit later, and I went in, and it was truly fascinating. Like, it was just a wonderful experience. I'm so proud of myself for pushing myself out of my comfort zone and doing something that I wouldn't normally do. And I'm so looking forward to the next one. I don't know if it's a weekly thing, but I for sure will be going to them in future. I just can't get over how interesting it was. The lecturer, he was at the University of New South Wales in Sydney, and he was just like so interesting. He was talking about like the influence that Chinese art has had on Europe, and not just art, but like architecture and sort of garden styles and stuff like that. So the whole thing was so interesting. So yeah, I came back after that on Wednesday, and I think I just overdid it on Wednesday, because then I came back and I just did quite a bit of work then, and then started like looking at job applications and like going over my CV and making a new covering letter and stuff like that. And yeah, I just think I probably did a bit too much because I woke up on Thursday and I just really wasn't feeling it. I think I went to the gym, but I just didn't have any energy. I don't know, I am someone like, I do struggle with like my energy levels, I think I've said before. So yeah, I was just really disappointed because I felt like I'd had such a lovely day on Wednesday, and then Thursday just sort of dropped off the edge, and I just wasn't feeling great. As I said, I was feeling tired, and I was feeling quite anxious, and you know, which is weird. I started off the day so nice. I was on the phone to one of my friends for a bit, and then, you know, I watched some films. I didn't get anywhere because I went to like look at my computer screen and I just couldn't see it properly, even with my glasses on. Like, I don't know, I just couldn't concentrate on the screen, so that wasn't fun. But I had a really nice chat with one of my flatmates in the kitchen, which is quite unusual. I don't really that often have a proper chat, but I was in there for like an hour talking to them. So that was just a really nice experience. And then I came back, and again I just felt really tired, so I put a film on and watched that, and sort of that was Thursday. And then again Friday, I woke up, really wasn't feeling too great, was quite anxious. I had a meeting with uni on Friday, and I think that probably just knocked me out of sync a bit. And this lecture, well, it wasn't, this group seminar I had, I haven't had that style before, and I didn't know the building, I'd never been in it before for anything to do with uni, and didn't know anyone who was in it because it's our class is split up into like different seminars, and everyone I know was like in different ones, so that was quite a stress. But you know, I went into the Starbucks on campus, got myself a drink because I was here a bit early, and then I headed over, found the building, luckily got behind two girls who I had a feeling they must have been in my course, sort of followed them because they knew where they were going, and found my way. It turns out there was someone who I'd like briefly met before in it, and I went and sat with them, and we got on really well actually, so it was positive. And then I had this meeting, and that went really well, and I got loads of like positive stuff out of that, and yet I still felt so rubbish afterwards. Like, I went to the library because I thought, oh, I'll get some work done, and yeah, I just didn't feel great. And Saturday was complete. Yesterday was a write-off. Like, just didn't do anything. I just sat in bed all day. I made myself a nice dinner, which always makes me feel better. I had my ratatouille, which I ate again tonight for dinner because I couldn't be bothered to cook anything. But you'll see in the previous clips that I've said sort of how I was feeling and everything. But today has been better. I got up this morning and I can't remember what did I get to do. I got up, I got ready, you know, just sort of was taking it easy. I decided to go to the library today because I thought, well, it'd be quiet, it's a Sunday, so who wants to go to the library? And I took my time. Like, I was really procrastinating leaving my room. Like, I was ready to go for ages, and I was just sat there like on my phone because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know why, I just felt super anxious about it. But I pushed through, went to the library, had, you know, did a bit of work there actually, so that was really positive. But came back, just had something to eat because I was really hungry, and yeah, like, we're here now. I'm watching Great British Menu at the moment on TV. So yeah, I booked a train back home for next weekend. It wasn't planned. My mum was meant to be coming up next weekend, but train strikes are on, so I'm going back on the day the train strikes aren't on, and I'll spend the weekend there. So that'll be nice. I haven't got anything planned. I can't stop yawning, I'm super tired. Also, it snowed this week. Oh my gosh. Yeah, on Wednesday I came out of my the afternoon lecture that I went to, and it was just snowing. Oh my gosh, my eyes watering. and I ended up getting the bus back because I would have been absolutely drenched. Unfortunately, the snow didn't stick. I was so disappointed. Back home when it does snow, it usually tends to stick, and this time my mum sent me like a video on Thursday morning of like all the snow in the garden, and it looks so beautiful, and it just, nothing stuck here. Like it just kept on trying to snow, but unfortunately it didn't stick. But I suppose that's better than it sticking, because then I'd have to have got my boots out and walked up, and that would not have been fun. So really, I suppose we got away with it. Quite lucky. You'll have just seen actually the last clips before this. I got my plant. I was walking back from the library, and we have a shop. It's like they have like quite unique little gifts in, and stationery, loads of cards and prints of art, and they had like a thing up for Mother's Day for like plants, and you could get plant pots, and I looked at the price of it and it was only like £8, which I thought was like quite cheap for plants these days. And it's pink, which is beautiful, so hopefully I'm going to go back home at Easter and I'll get a proper plant pot for it. But I treated myself to a plant, and that's made me really happy. Also, randomly, I went out on Friday with the girls that I'm living with next year, and I found £20 on the floor. £20, that's crazy. So I feel completely like lucky that that's happened. So I know I was probably quite negative, and I have had a really good week in total. It's just, you know, when you're not feeling on top of the world, and yeah, but I'm looking forward to next week. Hopefully that should be good. Obviously lovely to go home and take a chill one. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.